Okay, so GTO, we've been driving it back and forth, Hoogie and me, for a couple years now. Really enjoy the car. We put about 10,000 kilometers on it or so, a couple oil changes, but we're heading back to Georgia with it. It did a trip to Miami already, and we've done a few upgrades since then, but we've got a few more small upgrades, because you know, it's Power Tour, why not tear the car apart 3 days before you leave? That's how Power Tour works. If your car is ready and you're comfortable and you're going to a birthday party the day before Power Tour, you're doing it all wrong. Here we go. There she is. Just starting to rain now. So I think I beat it. I had to tell him to leave it because I wasn't here, but it looks like it's not damaged at all. So that's good. Nice. We'll move some stuff around. I gotta get that inside because now it is really starting to rain. Here we go. Okay, so if you don't know anything about this car, I'm halves with my best friend on this car, Hoogie. Hoogie has some mobility issues, so last year we put some seats out of a Mustang in it because they were actually really comfortable. But the back seats out of a Beamer and something else. And funny story, TMI makes an interior for a Chevelle, and 2 years ago I tried to buy an interior for the Chevelle because they said they were making it. I think it came out last year, and I said I want it for my GTO, and they said it doesn't fit in the GTO. I'm like, it's the Chevelle A-body, it'll be fine. And they're like, no. So then I hung up the phone. We made do with the interior last year, then I called them up this winter and I said, I have a 67 Chevelle and I would like these custom seats for it. They said, no problem. And then they shipped them, and then 14-week lead time, 16-week lead time. And then about a month ago, they put a post saying, big news, the Chevelle interior fits in the GTO. And I responded by saying, good, because I ordered one for my GTO. We're gonna see if that fits. Right now, the kids can't ride in the back. They can ride in the front with me, but the seat's really loose. It looks good from far away, but somebody wanted to buy the interior, and we said, okay, because nothing on the car is original anymore. So you can check out the entire build on this thing. I did every possible thing to this car. I got about 1,800 hours into it, trying to hit that 2,000 hour mark, and I'd really like to drive it for 2,000 hours, and trips like Power Tour really help with that. We got air conditioning, overdrive, QA1 suspension, fuel injected. So she's a really nice ride. So if you are on Power Tour or in any of the stops, it'll be at the Holly booth, and you'll see it cruising around. But let's yank out that back seat, open up all those goodies, and make her even better. Here we go. Okay, so we've got the TMI interior in the C10. I really love that interior. We're able to do custom colors, and if you are a builder tier member, you can pay the same price that we do. We got a bit of a discount, and we pass that on straight to you. We don't take any cut. It allows you to do custom colors to whatever fits your fancy. Definitely check out bossgarage.com and check out all the other discounts you can get to all of our other partners. And then slow and steady, you can build your green car. We still went with a little bit higher seats, but we've added green stitching to match the outside of the car. So I'm pretty excited about that. Really excited about this. The center console is always missing something. Especially the cup holders. Adapters for the seat, front seat brackets. Yeah, nice and comfortable. Nice supportive, new foam. And that's what we were waiting for, was a back seat. That's the big thing. So slides down on the bottom, it's got the 3 hooks at the top, and then those 2 latch on the front, just like the GTO would. So I think we're good. Kind of a big gamble. It's not inexpensive, that's for sure. But we'll get her going. Here we go. Okay, a little bit of adjusting, but that fits really nice. Look at that. Oh, sorry, sir, we don't make one for a Pontiac GTO. Are you sure? Yeah, pretty sure. You're not sure. You're not sure at all. That's what you meant to say. Okay, so it's power tour in a few days. I see a couple other YouTubers still have the engines not in their car. But we're just fixing some squeaks and a new interior and some better headlights and some wipers. We're in not bad shape. I think this is the first time the GTO gets to have its moment in the sun besides adventure drives, and I'm not panicking. So I have some squeaks here, and I think it was the plastic rubbing up against there. It's pretty evident here because I've got scratch marks there, so that squeaking was driving me nuts. So just put a little bit of rubber gasket in between, so that just fixed that. I'll screw that tight, and then we'll take our measurements and put our console over top of our shifter. There we go. Okay, seats are all in. They look fantastic. Now the console, I just stuck some wood. You can see the wood on the back side of the fiberglass in between the material. And then I marked out the size of the shifter. And then I just gotta cut the little fiberglass out so I can stick the shifter in from up underneath. So it'll be fine. I've got precision tools. The console fits good, except it hits my air conditioning box, which is underneath there. So I just need to pull the staples out here, trim this just a hair, and then put the staples back in again. Not a big deal. Okay, so the shifter, I had to raise it up. So I made this neat little nifty little bracket at the back here to lift it up. So I'm gonna pull that apart and paint it, but after power tour, I still need to make a bracket for the front because that's just a bunch of nuts stacked underneath there. And that is just nuts. So I promise I'll make a proper bracket. I'll paint it. I'll do everything proper. Not tonight because we leave in the morning. Okay, since we're gonna be driving 13 hours to the start of power tour, another quick upgrade we can do is replacing these halogen bulbs with Holley's LED lights. They're just so much brighter. Just 4 bulbs. They come in the squares, the 5 1/4, 7s I believe. So we're gonna put some in the Shermanator too. You can see on my other bulb is what happens to get hot after using them a while and the tabs break off. So those suck. They were all brand new. Now we're gonna have nicer new. Also use less amperage, so a lighter load on the system. So the bulbs come with a plug. And they give you the instructions as to what wire does what. If it doesn't match, they give you an adapter plug, which is here. But you can just pop these pins out of your normal plugs. Just get a little flat screwdriver, push that tab in, pop them out, and move them around to which way it is. Ground, high, low, done, bam, there we go. One last thing before we go. But adjust the Hoover back. We're gonna charge the AC because it's hot in Georgia. So make sure that everything is up to par, and then we'll hit the road. Okay, so unfortunately, this line leaks. We tried putting another, just hose clamps on the barb, but there's a barb leaking back there. So I think we're gonna have to find one en route, charge it somewhere down south. I'm sure there's an AC place down south. So unfortunately, we gotta go. So it is what it is. Here we go. So we made it 15 hours, power tour. We made it to the Holly booth yesterday. We're running around talking with everybody and tired, hot, sweaty. We made it back to the hotel. We took all our gear with us and I had the key in my hand and I just kind of dropped it right down the crack in the elevator shaft. So Aaron was up editing a video already, so we could release that last night. So we did go into the elevator shaft, figured out how elevators work, really cool. You put the elevator up to the 2nd floor. We dropped it from the 6th floor. And then there's a key you stick in to unlock the doors. You can open the doors. Crawled around in the bottom, could not find these stupid keys. So we hot wired the car, very simple. Power to ignition, power to starter, and away you go. Just like in the movies, except it doesn't really
Gone in 60 seconds.
Gone in, yeah, about 60 seconds. You put some proper spade connectors on there. We're probably gonna get pulled over at some point. We have to cross the border. It doesn't look good in a hot wired car. So we are here at Quality Keys, and we're gonna see if they can make us a key, and then we can hit the road again. So yeah, here we are. Never a dull moment.
The things we do for content, right?
Yeah, my wife calls me last night. She's like, you got bad reception. I'm like, yeah, I'm in an elevator shaft. She's like, I'm not even gonna ask. What are you?
It's Power Tour, what do you expect?
At least we can get in the trunk. Can you take that cylinder apart?
I just want to make sure that it's actually gonna, I mean, cause my key went in it.
Yeah.
Didn't turn it.
But if you can take that one apart to see the tabs, the cuts, then that should work on the ignition. Okay, so I've driven a lot of heavy equipment, bulldozers, excavators, combines. We own a tank, we own a transport truck, race car, muscle truck. But what we don't have and what I've never ran yet is like a self-propelled chainsaw. That is on my bucket list of things to operate. The cab tilts with the machine and just goes around and cuts trees down. Awesome. In Canada, we pay some sap to stand in a bucket with a chainsaw in the hot sun. Super high insurance rate. That guy's got air conditioning, he's listening to his favorite tunes, and he's cutting trees down. Life is good, man. That is awesome. Don't hit that button. Don't hit that thing. Wait.
Not bad.
So the door lock. It turned in there, but it just didn't turn anywhere else.
Really? That's crazy. Wow. So you're saying this is a 62 ignition?
No, I'm not saying that it's a 62 ignition, but I mean, because this lock here was broken down.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it was maybe an aftermarket lock that was put in the trunk.
Oh, okay.
Not sure. But the cuts, those are the cuts that was inside of this lock.
Right. Okay.
So now what I'm about to do is see if I can just get it picked in the own position. Want to try one?
Oh, yeah, because none of them work?
Yeah, try that one, because that's the one that I...
Son of a bitch, eh?
And those are the cuts that I got out of the glove box lock. So it made all the wafers stand flush.
Yeah.
Not only that, and I even went from a code that you can see on the side of the lock and tried to cut it.
Now, is there a code on the cylinder?
I think it has to come out of the sleeve.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you need to turn it to the second position to be able to get it
so
up.
that's why I say I'm finna just go ahead and pick it.
Pick it.
I ain't gonna even play with it no more. And that's all due to having a sidebar on this side of the lock. So the combination has to be just right at the same time. The same kit that he was using for the trunk, he was using for the ignition. 5, 6 cuts. It's crazy because it was like a cut short. Gonna show me where the cuts is because the key actually turned. About to find out.
Got her turning?
Mm-hmm.
You're the man.
Oh yeah, it's WD-40.
We love WD-40. You're gonna cut me two because I'm a moron. I'm gonna lose one.
Right.
Yeah, and you
I gotta get them too. Gotta get them too.
You got an awesome keychain?
Don't think they're big enough not to go down that elevator shaft.
Yeah, I need one of these big floaties over here.
So we're gonna get you two, so you know you got at least two.
I'll give the other one to this guy.
There you go. I ain't think it hooked up yet.
Yeah, I hooked it back up again. So is it the same cut as the trunk?
Yeah, it's not well, and that's crazy because it is the same cut as the trunk.
Yeah, but it's a different key.
Right.
Okay.
That is crazy. I ain't never seen that. Never.
Whatever I bring to people, nobody have ever seen it before. It's something that I do.
It's on a different blade. Hey, I'm man, more than happy to work on it. Give me something to actually look forward to actually doing if it's ever see it again. So yeah, we good.
Awesome.
All right, those are two for your spare.
Yep.
You just hold on to that one and put on your keychain.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, brother.
A little WD-40 in there. Keychain on there just to keep them together. He's thinking instead of carrying 20 things in my hands, I can just keep this in my pocket or clip them. There we go.
I got him.
After that, the temperatures will feel like the 90s, at least for parts of the early evening hours.
I think he's the only other person between Hoogie and me that has ever driven that car. It's not cool. Not cool. So we had that leaking AC line, so we had the line fixed at another shop who doesn't charge AC, so now we're at another shop and we're gonna pull a vacuum on it again, see if it holds, and then charge AC. It's stinking hot. The farther we go south, the hotter it gets, so hopefully she holds vacuum this time.
What we got right here. Just bring this whole bracket back and then line it up better with the crank and the water. And
okay.
Hopefully that works.
So you're getting a longer bolt?
Or no, this is
No, like into the head?
No, it only goes like that far into the head.
Oh yeah. The pulley was crooked, and now it's straight, but now the belt is way too short because the pulleys are a lot farther away from the thing. So they had a belt. I think we can get it. Derek and I were just comparing lengths, and his was a bit longer, so we're using his. Inside the lid, yep. Good.
Always start at 50. Make it easy.
We're gonna run out of tape. 128 and a quarter, so 70, 78 and a quarter.
Oh, wow.
And then you had 82?
85.
85.
So it needs to be like that 80-ish.
80, 81, 82.
Once you get about an inch of throw on there, maybe?
Probably. Yeah, so the elevator's all the way in right now.
Yeah, it's in already.
Yeah.
77 and 3, no, 78 and a quarter. So
Yeah, 78.
we were at 85.
Whoa.
Like an 80, I think, would be pretty close.
I think so.
Okay, I'll hold it on this idler here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ow! Ah.
There you go. How long is it? Oh, it is metric too? Awesome.
Now we'll actually know.
Yeah.
70? That can't be right. That's what the other one is.
78 and a half?
The other one's 78 and a quarter. Why don't we remeasure the other one just so my brain doesn't hurt?
Yeah, maybe we got that wrong. Could be the tape
That
measure
much
too.
of a difference? Yeah, it used the same thing. Oh, it could have been a metric tape, but that's what it was. Yeah, Canadian tape measure.
78 and a half.
What is happening? Were we off? It might be that crank pulley is a problem.
Right? Under the pump, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm on. Oh, I don't hear this. But that is pretty tight. Like I can force it on there, but it's really bending. You're moving that, so that's that quarter inch. So why don't we take this doohickey adjuster upper, cut the ends of those bolts off so it goes farther. You have the room to swing it down. We did that earlier. It's about maxed out now. We can take the nuts off. Yeah. It would go further. Yeah, but then it's gonna spin out. Right. Yeah. Kind of want to do that. But you should have. This is all threads, no? It is. Yeah. Yeah. Should be able to go a bit more. Take it apart. Cut the ends of the threads out. Okay. Yeah. I have the same thing on my big block. That's kind of really, yeah. So they got the pulleys back on again, group effort, but I think we kind of zoned out about an hour ago and left it in Ken, Nathaniel. But they're putting the drive shaft back in again. They flat towed it here. We missed that whole part. But it is 7:30. The venue is only 2 hours away and finished an hour and a half ago. So we're not very good influencers for today. Sorry if you guys were hoping to meet up with us there. But this comes first, and this is what Power Tour is, just kind of hot rod and fixing stuff by the side of the road. So we're gonna hit golden hour in the back roads. As soon as it gets dark, we'll hit the highway, and then we're hitting Nashville tonight and having a couple beers out there. Here we go. Hit the key. You don't got a Michael Jackson thing for 30 minutes. That's part of the fun, right? You don't need that. Are we gonna go judge yours? Let's go around. Wait, you ran out of time. I got both of these to touch each other. I got some third grounds. We got one light working, one not. We can fix it right now. I think we have the knowledge, right? Was that your high and low beams? I can fix it. I added
It's the right size to stack on top of each other and jam under this weld.
I'm pretty sure it was fixed right there and you unfixed it.
There you go.
I jammed it in there, you're good. Don't hit any bumps. What up, everybody? How's it going, buddy?
Good, man. You go
Yeah, really good.
I was telling him I want you to meet him.
Yeah,
You know, you got.
never met him before.
That's what I told him. He goes, I never met Rich. I said, you know what? I like Rich. So it'd be smart for you to talk to Rich. Plus, you both got jaws.
Yeah, nice, nice. That's pretty cool. If you haven't checked out Ford Air's channel, you have to. He just ended up buying 100 of these trucks-ish, something like that. Look at that. 53,000 original miles on it. Owned by a logger. It was a little rough.
Take your baby home or what?
I would like to.
Yeah.
It was pretty nice.
It should make it all the way. We got a frostbite radiator. We threw it in there last night. I think we started at 11:30. By 2 o'clock it was in. And then we left.
2.5 hours to put a rat in?
Well, we had 15 or 20 people and a bunch of beer.
Oh.
It's probably like 20 minutes of work, but a whole bunch of, you know, what is it?
Try this.
A whole
Try
bunch
that.
of Chiefs.
Let me
not
try.
enough
Yeah,
Indians.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
But that's how you do it. I mean, that's the point of Power Tour. If you have fun with your friends,
Yeah.
you sometimes have to break down.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick, man.
I've got a bunch of extended cabs. I've got 9 or 10 crew cabs.
Oh yeah. You got a nice 70s cab and a half. Send me some pictures and some prices and maybe we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
What we need is another truck.
We need another Ford,
Another Ford.
It's one of the best things to invest in. It's like gold.
My parents told me don't invest in old cars. Boy, were they wrong. I was like, put your money in the bank. It was worth half of what it was 2 years ago.
Especially for you guys.
Yeah. You know, we did buy a and we gotta pick that up.
Don't say that.
No. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. But we use another one.
Don't mind me, just, you know, stocking up.
Stocking up.
Gotta keep everyone happy, and there's no better way to do that than a little box of half-warm Busch Light.
This guy.
What's up? I'm dying of heat exhaustion.
This will help.
But a Busch Light, that'll fix it, that's for sure. Especially the ones with the John Deere on them.
Little American.
Not
beer.
sponsored by Busch Light, but also your beer is pretty
It's got a
good.
tractor on it also.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been fixing cars all week. So I've been the
Awesome.
one getting dirty all week on, it's not
Not
Rich
on your
this
car.
time. Yeah, on other people's cars. I haven't actually worked on this like at all. I had to tighten up the water pump housing and that was it.
Yeah.
So not bad. This was actually found on the side of the interstate just north of where I live in Georgia. I was driving back from a car show and I was like, holy crap, I think that was an engine in the ditch. And I was in my El Camino, slammed on the brakes, backed up, and sure enough, it was a 5.3 liter LM7 sitting in the ditch. And it was terrible. 300,000 miles on it. It had never had the oil change. It was overheated every day of its life.
Yeah.
But I hot tanked it and bored it out and put a new crank in it because number 8 was smoked. And now I have an engine I found on the side of a road in a roadside service truck. And it just seemed appropriate.
That's sick, man.
How ridiculous
good.
is that?
It looks really good.
Free motor?
Yeah.
$1,100 of machine work free.
Yeah,
But
free. Nothing more expensive than a free engine.
yeah, that's the way it goes. Yeah, it turned out good. 5-week build.
Nice.
Why do I do that to myself?
Yeah. I
Fix
love the
everybody's
AC.
That's not done.
No. No shit.
Look at that. It's just
No
a plug.
shit,
So I've
it's
been
not done.
dying with the rest of you. I got so close, and I almost brought the stuff
and
to
it still
finish
doesn't work. So.
And I just ran out of time. I think I have vowed to never do Power Tour without air conditioning after this year. Because
Why don't they do it in the fall? Why don't they do it in the fall?
Because they love to watch us suffer.
Yeah.
I think there's some people in those offices that just sit there and laugh when they play on this stuff.
Air conditioned seats.
Yeah.
We're doing the cool box challenge.
It's like you take a shower at Power Tour.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's snap-on.
Oh,
You know,
there's more.
Only the best.
We're not used to this heat. It is bad.
Every year a heat wave comes through. It's like it's beautiful the week before, beautiful the week after, and death.
They need to
on
just
Power
make it in
Tour.
March. I think if they made it in March.
Why didn't they have it in the fall? Like
No, it
imagine,
would still be a random heat wave.
imagine today's drive with all fall colors.
It would be beautiful.
That would be beautiful. We should start a new power tour, like a YouTuber power tour, where we just work on our stuff and ignore everybody else. It's not power tour. It's a family and friends reunion. Friends are family. So we met some new ones, met some old ones. We're gonna go out for supper, but this is our last night. Then we are going on to Georgia to different things. So supper and then hotel because we're gross. Here we go. Okay, so we've done all these modifications to the GTO and the wipers just quit. That stupid old motor. So they became erratic and then they don't work at all. And now I can't see anything. I'm risking my nice car over stupid wipers. So I guess we're going to be replacing the wiper motor next, sooner than later. Because this is never fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 Okay, 2,000 miles, just under. I think we're at 1920, something like that. But car did really, really well. From here, we're leaving it at the safe impound lot of the Holly studio. We got the fancy, you guys might recognize some of that stuff. We're flying to the Grand Prix in Montreal from Louisville, and then from there next weekend we're flying to Pikes Peak, and then we're flying back and grabbing the and the GTO, and then we'll drive them home the rest of the way. So guys, if you've never done Power Tour, you absolutely have to try. It doesn't matter what you drive. It is a ton of fun. You meet a pile of awesome people, and you might see us there too. We're all just a big family when we get together, and it's so much fun being a part of the car community. And remember, if you're not filthy, you're not rich. I'm not bad. Actually, I didn't have to wrench on it much at all, so the car did really well. I'm not that dirty. Look at that. Nice. Here we go.